Welcome back. Another Trade Talks here. We're with Lamar. He came and gave us some, well, pretty much told me everything I was doing wrong when I cleaned my car. I got thinking about all that, and we got talking, off air a little bit about some little life hacks that you can give us that talk about the outside, now kind of getting the inside. So he came up with some really neat stuff that you have around your house that you can use in your car prior to actually having it professionally detailed to keep that level of, showroom clean for it. So welcome back. How you been doing?
I've been doing well.
Good. Yeah. So you were talking about things like borax and slime and garbage can, massagers, and you use these to clean your car. So you sparked my interest in this. So let's talk about slime. My kids, I got 3 kids, they make this slime all the time, and you're telling me, other than them just, making a mess or doing it, I can actually use that to keep my car, presentable between detailing. How do I use slime?
You can, and as you mentioned that, I have 2 daughters, and my younger middle schooler wanted to make some, just play with and keep herself busy, and you can. The great effect that has on interior cleaning is getting in cracks in the crevices of steering wheel consoles, center console, infotainment center, areas like that where maybe a brush won't really get into it.
It's kind of like get the dirt out, like pull the dirt out.
Get that dirt out. Not so much like coffee stains and soda stains and things like that are caked and embedded, but a lot of dust that are in little cracks. And simply make that, and it's even sold on Amazon in different colors. Not sure what they call it, some kind of putty, a cleaning putty, detailer's putty. And it can just be used in globs. I keep one in a Tupperware container, and you can just apply it to console areas where they are tough to get to normally with rags or maybe some brushes.
So now I can put my kids to work, not only making slime, but then send them out to my truck and say, put that slime to work.
And they could just gob it wherever it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, we go to a lot of job sites and the truck gets a lot of dirt, a lot of dust everywhere. I mean, you clean it for me and a week later it's dirty again, and I can't necessarily have you out. I mean, I like you, but I don't want to see it every day.
Right.
So in between it, I can use their slime. That's clever. All right. Vinegar. I mean, what do we use in vinegar?
Vinegar is a great cleaner to have around the house. Just the regular white vinegar, not so much the red wine vinegar. I was even following the other podcasts about the cleaners in the HVAC systems, whether you're using bleach or vinegar.
Yeah, Trey was here, says use vinegar down the drain line. Now you're using vinegar to clean your car.
Because we know it's a great cleaner to be using, not harmful in most ways, but yes, in just simple spray bottles, find your right concentration ratio. And for cleaning interior trim, you could simply just get a bottle. I'd probably start with 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water, or 1 to 3. If you want to keep it simple, just split a bottle in 4 parts, put 1 part white vinegar, fill the rest with regular water, have your spray bottle, and then I try to educate all the clients I have, just have microfiber towels.
You mentioned that when we were talking about the outside, that's the stuff that's not going to scratch or leave any back.
Yeah, because the technology now, and of course these have to be washed a certain way, should always be cold water, free and clear dye, don't really dry them. But then use these to wipe up your door trim, steering wheel, leather, plastic with that vinegar-based spray, and you could do a good maintenance clean. What it does not give you is that conditioning and sun protection, the SPF,
right,
that other products can.
But if I had, kids dropping orange juice on the back, or your coffee splashed a little bit, and it's you weren't able to get it cleaned up, that little bit of vinegar, a little bit at least you can't get it cleaned.
Right. It should help break that down for you. And if not, we mentioned this on the exterior clean episode. Simple Dawn dish soap is a good household mild degreaser, and that can be, and you could even add it dash. You'll see a lot of DIY cleaner recipes. There might be a dash of Dawn soap. So,
Yeah, and I think they do that when you add that soap. It's a chemical reaction because water likes to stick together and bind together. When you put that in there, it makes it less likely to attract itself and more likely to attract what you're actually trying to clean.
give you some of that breakdown of maybe the harder stains. Because then you might need some more mechanical decontamination,
Right.
by rubbing, scraping, things like
Little
that.
elbow grease.
Elbow grease, little elbow grease.
Speaking of mechanical, he showed me, little massagers.
Mhm.
And he's like, have you ever thought about using this? And I'm like, yeah, for muscles, but I never thought about using this to clean my car. So you gotta enlighten me. How is this a life hack for cleaning?
This would be great if you came back from the beach and you have a lot of sand on your
I have 3 kids. When I come back from the beach, there will be a lot of sand everywhere.
car mats that are gonna, not so much the WeatherTech rubber car mats, those could just get simply sprayed down and wiped. But when you have the carpet car mats, you could use one of these and just apply it to the mat to vibrate and break, just to vibrate off a lot of that loose dirt that is tougher to get just with the vacuum.
So back in the day, you used to take the carpet out and you beat it with the broom. That's literally to the technology level of beating a carpet with a broom.
It would be,
To
yeah.
get it all to come out.
And now what we see, there's a lot of detailers will also use air compressors to blow out a lot of their dust and debris from cars. I particularly don't like that method. I think that still a lot of it is going to be residual inside the car. So depending on the level of dirt. But yeah, there's air compressors which are great between the seats, where maybe some of the vacuuming may be harder to get with your hands and application. But yeah, you could just vibrate that loose dirt off and save beating it against the posts of your house or garage or whatnot.
All right. And then the last thing, all my vehicles have 150, 200,000 miles on them. So we love our vehicles. We drive them a lot. We take a lot of road trips. And they tend to, we got 2 dogs, and they tend to create our scent. They smell like our family. They smell like, my work or whatever. You mentioned something about garbage, how a garbage hack could actually help you get my dog smell or something out of it.
Get back a little bit more of that new car smell.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how, maybe that's about a 6-month smell we have. Right? I don't particularly like that smell. I like a little bit cleaner scent, but
a fresh scent.
Fresh scent. So now we have trash bags that are scented.
Yeah,
obviously.
The Febreze or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people will get the linen scent packs. Usually it's a pack of granules, and a good hack for that is to throw it in the bottom of your trash can if you don't have the scented bags, and then you'll get that fresher scent. But you could just simply put that under your car seats, and probably 1 for a car is going to be strong enough, and it'll bring back that.
So what you're
fresh scent
using
there.
for like your fabrics and this others, people started using them in the garbage cans to get rid of the smell of the garbage can. You're taking that same thought and just hiding it underneath the back seat or the front seat and
A little bit of
fresh scent.
A little bit of potpourri, even sprinkled under the seats. Of course, you could even sprinkle baking soda.
Yeah, that's an absorber, right?
Yeah.
It pulls the odors out.
If you have some moisture, maybe during the rainy season, you're still probably going to vacuum that out eventually. And if not, just the residual particles will be in the carpet that you can vacuum later.
Yeah. So from fabric softeners to vinegar to slime to massagers, these are all nice little life hacks that you can use to keep your interior of your car the way you want it, or at least between detailing before you get it. Because obviously, like you mentioned before, like the UV protector. So if I spray my dash or whatever and I clean it up, I've actually stripped some of the natural protections that you would put on when you put the coatings on and stuff like that. So that has to go back in at some time.
Right.
So between that cleaning, what are we thinking? I clean this every couple weeks and then bring you in to kind of bring it back, shampoo the carpets, or do the dashes or whatever monthly, or?
That's going to be a level of your maintenance plan, right? Because I get a little bit of the after rain dirt on my truck and I don't like it, so I give it a wash. It's probably every couple of weeks or just when I see that. And then I might spray wax mine for a top coat every time I do that, versus someone who has a different schedule or cleaning schedule for that matter. Maybe their washes are a few months in between. But yeah, to that point, the conditioning and the protection are things you're going to want to do on a more regular basis, 2 to 3 times a year. Even paste wax or applying buffer wax. Typically they last from months to a year. And even the ceramic coatings these days, they give you a recommended lifetime duration of it. But some of the products haven't even been out that long to test that.
Right. What is their definition of a lifetime?
Right. So.
All right. So, Ohana Property Services. How do we reach you? If we try this and we go, yeah, I've done it, but I need you to come out and give it that extra. How do they go about getting
right? I'm on Facebook and Instagram with regular posts, as well as my website. So there's phone number there. There's price sheets. I return communication very promptly and look forward to making new clients this year.
All right, sounds good. So we talked about outdoor servicing of the cleanings, and now we got the indoor cleanings. Any other questions you guys have, post it in the comment sections. We'll get a professional respond within 24 hours of what you post there. And anything else, till next time, we will see you then.